Ant Flow, Shark Week, the Crimson Wave, Satan's Waterfall, Flying the Red Flag, or whatever nickname you use to refer to none other than our periods. Yep, I said it. I said the word period out loud in front of a group of people. Heck, it's even for a grade. Shocking, I know. Today, I'm here to challenge all of you on why we should talk about the uncomfortable and for some reason terrifying subject of periods more. Today, we will be discussing 3 topics, which include period shaming, the benefits to understanding the menstrual cycle, and the tampon tax. Now, this class is split pretty evenly between guys and girls. And guys, you're probably thinking that this topic doesn't apply to you because you don't have a uterus. But that's where you're wrong. This applies to everyone, despite the belief that it doesn't. Now, before we dig deep into understanding the nether regions, first, let's talk about period shaming. So throughout history, women were kept hidden or exiled from the world while they were on their periods. Even in the Bible, it talks about how women actually had to leave the village while they are on their periods. In Leviticus chapter 15, verse 19, it says, and I quote, "And if a woman has a discharge, and her discharge in her flesh is blood, she shall be put apart 7 days, and whosoever touches her shall be unclean until the evening." And later in that chapter, it goes on to say in verse 24 that a woman's menstrual cycle is considered impure. Even in the Bible, women were discriminated against and shamed for their periods. Now, you can probably just blame this on an undeveloped understanding of a menstrual cycle. Because let's be real, if you randomly started bleeding from your vagina once a month and you weren't really sure why, you probably have good reason to be concerned. But period shaming is still happening today. In places like Nepal, each month women are exiled to little huts where they're kept while they're menstruating and when they're having babies. Their menstruating women are believed to be cursed. And a lot of the time, women die from various causes while they're there. An article by Teen Vogue talked about a 15-year-old girl who died there because she lit a fire to keep warm and suffocated from the smoke. Keep in mind that the average menstruating age is 12 years old. Now, you may think that period shaming just stops there, but it doesn't. It's in our culture too. Though it's not as extreme and we don't send women to hiding during their monthly bleeding, a lot of women are still made to feel ashamed or embarrassed just for grabbing a product. Because for some reason, people make a big deal about just the products. Why should I feel ashamed for grabbing a pad or a tampon, but not when I go to buy toilet paper? They're both used for really nasty things, but they're all natural. This leads me into my second point, why we need to understand the menstrual cycle. So even though over half the population roughly is made up of women, a lot of us still aren't informed on why periods happen. Well, thanks to womenshealth.gov, here's a simple version of the period. Each month, a woman's uterus sheds its lining, or womb. It sheds its lining, sending blood flowing out through her vagina, during which we experience cramps of all sorts, because your uterus is literally contracting, mood swings, breakouts, and of course, the not so stereotypical craving for chocolate. I don't remember.
I was about to say, pause. I was good.
Unless she's pregnant, in which case she gets a lengthy break from her period. It's a very simple thing, but health classes don't really talk about it. I've been in a health class since probably the 5th grade, and they've only ever said, and girls have periods. Why? What happens? When I was younger, I didn't understand why I bled every single month when it's normal for a flow to get messed up, because it turns out you won't have a natural flow until you're 18 to 21. Did you know that? I certainly didn't. And it also turns out that you can sync up with another person. So periods are contagious now? Thanks, uterus. I'm 17 years old, and I still don't understand what is all included in a vagina and the functions of it. This is a problem. I'm a woman who doesn't understand my own body. So in the 5th grade, when I first got the talk in school, the guys and girls were split up for the sake of awkwardness. They say it's for something else, but it was for awkwardness. But the system was also biased. I had to learn in full detail why guys have wet dreams, but they never said anything more on why I have a period. My next point is in regards to the ridiculous tampon tax. For those of you who don't know what the tampon tax is, the tampon tax is where menstrual products are taxed as a luxury item. Just let that sink in for a second. Me not bleeding through my underwear and jeans is considered a luxury. Wrong! Ice cream is a luxury. Lamborghinis are a luxury. Sitting by a pool at a 5-star hotel is a luxury. Menstrual products are no luxury. No. Did you know that at AO, the tampon machines in the girls' bathroom are no longer there? Why, you may ask? Because girls were breaking into them so that they could have a tampon. And I'm not trying to justify stealing, because that's not right. But if a woman is specifically going through the trouble to break into a machine just for a menstrual product, that shows that there's something wrong with the system. To recap, I talked about period shaming, the benefits to understanding the menstrual cycle, and the tampon tax. Do you want to go uneducated in an important area like this that you need throughout your daily lives? I certainly don't. Take a stand with me and demand the need for open period discussion, especially in sexual ed and health classes. Thank you.